With 42 years of machine building excellence and the experience of delivering 60,000 machines, Ace Micromatic Group, AMG, has played a key role in the industrial evolution of India and the world over. With more than 70% repeat customers, AMG is renowned for its technical capabilities in the machine tool realm. Driven by passion for service, cost effectiveness, and a strong value system, AMG is the preferred machine tool partner across market segments. With a global footprint in over 15 countries, AMG machines have been an invaluable resource in producing quality components for a diverse range of applications.
With the vision to be a single window solution provider for all customers' shop floor needs, we offer a wide range of products in the market, ranging from turning, milling, grinding machines, SPMs to IoT and automation solutions. The group also envisions to diversify into newer technologies and geographies, thereby offering a wide range of solutions to our customers. Ensuring customer success through cost-effective solution has been the motto of the group. Today, with the inclusion of Amace Solutions as our additive manufacturing arm, we are ready to revolutionize the manufacturing industry yet again. The current global metal additive market is valued for $2 billion but growing with a CAGR of 29%. The additive manufacturing technology is rapidly evolving to be a preferred way of manufacturing. It is now seeing widespread adoption in sectors like aerospace, defense, medical, automotive, among others. AM technology is being explored not only for prototyping but also full-fledged production of parts. With the increasing acceptance of technologies like laser-based powder bed fusion today, we have reached a position where these machines need to be made in numbers viably to cater to the demand that is gaining. We welcome you to the additive manufacturing era.
Additive manufacturing offers unlimited design freedom. Design parts without worrying about process feasibility limitations that come with traditional manufacturing. In addition to this, the technology enables multiple parts with design variations to be printed in one go. AM simplifies part structure by eliminating auxiliary connectors and reducing the assembly time. With AM, new part development and time to market reduces drastically, taking the new creations from design to production readiness at a fraction of the time while being cost effective. With capabilities of producing complex geometrical features, AM is now unlocking new possibilities across sectors without the restrictions of traditional manufacturing techniques, and with topology optimization, print parts that are lighter and stronger. Today, with over 10,000 hours of metal printing experience behind us, we have the capability of working with a range of materials like stainless steel, maraging steel, aluminum alloy, Inconel, and titanium. We've reached out to customers from different parts of the world, helping them solve their manufacturing complexities the additive way. Through the years, Team Amace has worked with customers from automotive, healthcare sector, aviation, space and defense, mold making sector, and other general engineering industries to better understand applications of additive manufacturing. AM technology is often viewed as process intensive with high machinery cost, low productivity rates, high maintenance cost, and essentially a higher cost per component. The availability of large format machines that follow the powder bed fusion technology is also limited. Most of these challenges have posed as entry barriers for wider adoption of this technology. To overcome many of these hurdles, the ALM 400 was created.
Welcoming you all for yet another session, a very detailed session, though I'm sure, because we are going to introduce a technology which is also gaining a lot of traction, and also, respondents who have been really working hard to create this technology indigenously in the country. Their presentation also means that somebody who is actually in the helm of working towards communicating and spreading the awareness of this technology, and also trying to see how this technology can benefit each and every sector in the country. So 3D Graphy, before I introduce our guest today, let me introduce you to 3D Graphy News. 3D Graphy News is a platform disseminating information on 3D technology. And 3D technology constitutes of 3D printing, 3D imaging, 3D simulation, 3D software, 3D visualization when it comes to AR and VR, because it's actually going to complement each other, and also material science, friends. Materials are very important, because at the end of the day, respondents can make a choice in terms of what materials needs to be made useful using the technology for the end users to benefit. And there are different sectors who is benefiting from this particular technology today when it comes to customized manufacturing. So additive manufacturing is also called customized manufacturing, also called 3D printing universally. So here is a possibility for us to take a lead to be an information source, so that end users and technology respondents both get to know what are the technology aspiration set, and how is it actually evolving. The technology companies get to know what the end users are expecting, and what are the various solutions that can be offered. And the end user, at the same time, also get to know what are different technologies that they can probably choose and pick in terms of the service that they want to offer. And at the same time, also researchers and scientists who are also looking at developing new materials, working closely with the respondents to take the course forward. So let me now introduce you to Dr. Vishwas Puttige, who is the business head with Amace Solutions Private Limited. Amace Solutions Private Limited is also a part of the ACE Microtech, a company which is actually into engineering for last 4 to 5 decades. Doctor, very good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to connect with you, Doctor, and also for the good work that the company has been able to formulate in terms of creating an indigenous machine of good. Doctor, I just wanted to understand, how did it all start, so that the audience gets to know about the company's aspiration.
Hi Shibu, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's great to be seeing 3D Graphy getting into the news arena also. It's actually a privilege to be talking to the audience here today and sharing a little bit of our experience. So to give you the journey. So Amace actually is a concept that came out of an R&D department from the ACE Micromatic group. As you rightly said, ACE Micromatic has been into metal cutting for over 43 years now, and we've been focusing on different types of metal cutting machines and catering to a variety of applications here in India and overseas. So something that came up as a logical extension for us from the metal cutting space was to see what other diversifications can we look into, keeping the future in mind. And one of them that came up very strongly from a technological perspective was additive manufacturing. And it started off as an R&D project in one of the companies, where we looked at developing this technology, where we looked at incubating it, which we did for about 2 years. And then we realized there's enough potential in this to be spun off as a separate company, and a team was constituted to put the whole project together. And we built a team. We brought in people, experts from the industry. We took people from the group itself, and then built a team around it and created Amace about 5 years ago. So that's how it all started, where we wanted to get into additive as a technological diversification from the main stream that we continue to do and progress and grow as a metal cutting industry, but also into the metal additive space. So that's how Amace was created. We also call it as additive manufacturing from the ACE group. So AMACE also is Amace was constituted that way. It's actually a joint venture between two parent companies. One is Ace Designers, which is a turning center manufacturing company, and other one is Ace Manufacturing Systems, which is a machining center manufacturing company. So the both of them have invested in the founding directors of the two companies have co-created this company. So that's how
Yeah.
Amace was created.
Yes. So, Doctor, can you please describe in terms of what the technology is? Because 3D printing has a variant technologies. What is the technology that we are currently being able to manufacture?
Yeah, so as you rightly said, additive has today expanded in multi folds, and what we have been focusing on is predominantly metal cutting, because our customers today, we have a customer base of over 7,000 plus, and all of them, most of them have been using our machines for metal cutting. So our focus was, when they are gearing up to add metal printing into their portfolio, we should be ready to offer them solutions. So we have focused ourselves into the metal printing space right now. So we have multiple projects running from the group in the metal additive manufacturing. Right now, the one that is commercialized and which is under production, which we have started selling, is the powder bed fusion technology, where you have metal powder as the raw material and laser as the energy source to actually fuse the material together to form the actual part. So we call it as powder bed fusion, which is the universal name, and we use lasers for it. So that's the technology that we've been using, and we've been providing both services as solutions in this space.
So, Doctor, where all these for many of them who probably would want to know in detail, where all these technologies can be used in sectors, Doctor?
Right. Additive manufacturing has predominantly been known as a rapid prototyping technology, because for decades now, people have been using it for only developing quick prototypes and using it for their applications. But today, it's come a long way, where people have increased it or widened it to also provide small batch production, where people are exploring small batches of automotive parts to be produced for quick validation, both form, fit, and function, and then eventually go for mass production through the conventional way. You have other industries. One of the most well accepted industry is aerospace today. Globally, if you see, additive has already gotten into production of aerospace parts, wherein people, some of the leading manufacturers have invested over 20 plus years of effort into developing this technology, and today all the development part has been converted into actual production. And today, as we speak, there are a few hundreds of thousands of metal printed parts already flying in the air, which have been converted from what it used to be earlier. So people in aerospace are one of the early adopters and who've been using this extensively. And medical industry, as you know well, for customized implants, that's another very interesting industry where people in a very short span of time are able to get either dental, orthopedic, or any other medical implant made customized for their shape and size into their body. So that's another interesting industry. And of course, you have industries like defense, education, which are coming up in a big way, where people are exploring additive as a very key sector for making either spare parts or making some of the most complex parts, like your missile parts and others, to be developed and printed and used, because they're all of low volumes and very high complexity. And also we have some of the other evergreen sectors, such as the mold making, wherein using conformal cooling and other interesting concepts of additive, people are able to print dyes in metal cost effectively, considering the cooling channels that have to be made, and which also gives much higher productivity. So people are exploring some of the significant advantages of additive, such as shorter time to manufacture, complex parts to be made, and in certain cases, lightweighting and low cost manufacturing. So these are some of the key aspects that people have been exploring and using it in different sectors in the market today.
So, Doctor, what we understand is that additive manufacturing is more for the customized manufacturing space. So, where in aerospace, when you don't have multiple rockets to be manufactured, so the rocket engine can be more efficiently manufactured at one go. ensuring that the conformal coolings are also being taken care. They don't need to have more molds, so that becomes one machine to be printed at a go, making life more easier for these the designers and also the manufacturers to manufacture it aeronautically, just coming together and then making these faster and efficiently the way you want to. So we also understand that certain industries like automotive industry is much tilted towards the subtractive and maybe the the mass manufacturing space with molds likewise. How do you see that electric the EVs can be looking at this as an option, and also some case studies, Doctor, that if you can share.
Yeah, so electric vehicle EV manufacturing definitely resonates well with additive manufacturing because the cycle time of manufacturing is very short. People don't have a 5-year plan here. People are looking at much shorter time spans of launching products. So definitely for all their prototypes, people are looking at additive manufacturing because you need to get things done faster. Otherwise, if not fast, you'll be eaten. So that's what they say. So a lot of them have been exploring. We have been printing parts. We've been supporting customers to print parts for electric vehicle because of a shorter span of launch. And more importantly, 3D printing also, the people from electric vehicles have been exploring the lightweighting concept of it. So we see a lot of interest in electric vehicle manufacturers to print parts much lighter than what they used to be without compromising on the quality or the functionality of the part. So that is another big advantage where they've been integrating parts and combining them into single part or printing them as an assembly, which saves them immensely when it comes to maybe an aerodynamic shape or something else that has got to do with it. So we've worked with a few electric vehicle manufacturers. One of them, which we're very proud, is our association with a startup company called as Orha Energies, who've for whom we printed about 3 motorcycles, which went on from design approval to all the way to the finished motorcycle in less than 30 days, which otherwise could take anywhere 6 to 8 months in terms of development time. And these motorcycles were put to test where they went all around the country, riding about 14,000 plus kilometers, following a circuit called as Bharatmala. And the feedback that we got from the riders is very, very good comfort. They didn't have any issue in terms of the parts either failing or losing their strength. And after the vehicles were, after they finished this ride, they were brought back and opened up to see if there were any cracks or deformations. And what we've been told is there's absolutely no change, and they're quite happy with the way the parts have behaved. So. And in that case, not only was the time, but we also integrated multiple parts, and very complex designs were brought in. And those designers they kept 3D printing in mind during the design phase itself, which is a very important part. People tend to use 3D printing as an alternative to conventional ones only at the stage of manufacturing. But if designers can also be retaught how to design for additive manufacturing, then they can save immensely, or they can utilize the benefits of additive much more. So this is what happened with this company. We also have worked with many other electric vehicle manufacturers for a product that they are likely to launch, so we can provide them parts in a much shorter time span. So this is what we feel electric vehicles, and I see that happening not only in metal but also in plastics. People are exploring plastics for their electric vehicles to make it much lighter and faster in terms of manufacturing.
Also, Doctor, when it comes to lower inventories, this becomes a better option because then you can make your designs and you can look at creating the end part and the end product more efficiently in terms of the batches that you would want to. And also with certain materials now, with a good combination of metal, definitely yes, but also with polymer-based material like composites, like carbon fiber, things are gaining a lot of traction. When it comes to even for drones, now we will actually be in a stage where you can have drones passenger vehicles going forward. So
Right.
that's where, and also this being electric, So that means your carbon footprints, everything is going to be measured, and also efficiency is going to be. So I think that is where additive manufacturing can take this forward. And congratulations for the efforts that you're making for EVs, Doctor. That's a great initiative. Now, may I also understand, Doctor, what is the immediate action you have made to see that there is more penetration in the market?
So, as I said from the beginning, bulk of our effort has been in spreading awareness of additive manufacturing in the industry. Our customers who have been into metal cutting, our goal has been to give them an understanding of what additive is and how they can use it. So, most of the people whom we discuss with are people who've had very limited experience of additive before, and or who feel that this is a technology only for the deep pocketed industry. So we've been changing that impression. We've been explaining them, giving them an analysis of cost per part, and demonstrating the value that additive can bring to them. So we've been interacting with a whole lot of automotive companies, mold manufacturing companies, aerospace companies. Of course, limited opportunities with aerospace because very few of them have design freedom here in India, or the freedom to change the manufacturing process. But nevertheless, we have been discussing with them. A lot of education institutions, we've been presenting and promoting the technology with a lot of education institutes. We've collaborated with multiple of them. We've been making seminars. We've been training some of them in terms of demonstrating the advantages of additive and bringing that into it. We've been supporting them in including additive as a part of the curriculum itself, so that also is happening right now. So bulk of our effort right now is spreading awareness of the technology, which we feel is only going to proliferate into more interested people, which has shown results also in these past few years, where people who've understood have come back in terms of getting parts printed and understanding how that can benefit them, and seeing, actually experiencing the value that we've tried to demonstrate.
So, Doctor, since you're an indigenous manufacturing company, and for the efforts in terms of research and coming out with this great product, how do you see an opportunity for establishing a manufacturing hub for AM in India to collaborate, supporting the ethos of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is the government's initiative? How do you try and relate to this?
Yeah, so as you rightly said, Dr. Shibu, we have, though we started off as a services company, our long-term goal is always products and solutions. So the bulk of our focus right now is into products and solutions. We've been providing that to our customers, where we not only give metal printing machines, but the entire ecosystem, be it the pre-processing or post-processing, and the necessary accessories to set up the entire system. And we believe that there's a huge potential in India, and it's the time at which the government has recognized the need for supporting the local manufacturer has definitely given us confidence. We are slowly seeing it convert into opportunities also, but more importantly, it's given us confidence to say there is a much bigger opportunity coming in the near future. And we strongly believe only together we can win and succeed. Only an inclusive growth is what can make the country proliferate. If we continue to depend on outside nations, it will never change. We just are emulating what happened with our parent companies. So, as a part of our parent companies, the predominant focus has always been import substitution. So, we've never benchmarked against any individual. We've always been pushed by customers to say, look, I need you to develop something local which meets our requirement with specific needs of their configurations or specifications. So that is what has been brought to our additive fold also, wherein we see that we understand India better, we understand Indian customers better. So, and more importantly, selling is only one part of the business. Our biggest strength is our hand holding. products are products. We've known the best of the best in the world also fail, without taking names here, in terms of automotive or aircrafts or any technology. They do have issues. They do come up with failures. The attitude to support and our intention to make sure customer never loses time, or is always earning and running the machine to get the best out of it, is what is our strength. We have a local base of over 70 located in over 70 cities. We have our sales and service network. So we are just a phone call away. We make sure that wherever the population of our products are beyond a specific size, we make sure we have a service center that has been created there, and with over 300 plus service engineers all around the country. We are going to be, we have been training them also to extend to our additive machines and metal printing solutions. So the ecosystem is created. So we believe that the opportunity for the local manufacturers is right, and we will be using or leveraging on that to support the Indian manufacturers.
Yeah. So with that, I'm sure for the kind of level of expected results that you would also want to have from the Indian markets, how satisfied are you from the Indian markets, Dr. Vishwas? And are you also looking at exports, because that's been your plus in earlier, in your manufacturing space, in the larger manufacturing, the machining and all of that. So additive manufacturing is also looked at as an opportunity for exports.
Yeah, absolutely. So India is a growing nation. There's no doubt. There's a lot of interest in Indian manufacturers for additive, but still people are yet to identify the long-term potential that additive has. Additive still doesn't give you an immediate return, so it's still considered as an investment unless you have very specific cases of conversion or opportunities for printing, which gives you immediate results, which is still limited. India still is not yet geared up for something which can go in an explosive way. So, whereas in the West, we already are seeing a lot of manufacturers who or companies who already have been investing in additive for production or mass production, or rather, I can say customized production or customized mass production. So that is what we believe, and it's only a matter of time before India also sees this, and then people grab or seize the opportunity in terms of utilizing the local opportunity or local technology that is available. And we are here to change that. What used to be prohibitively expensive earlier, both in terms of products and solutions, and of course service and spare parts, we are here to change that, and we are here to make sure that we bring down the overall cost of manufacturing the additive way, so there's more adoption of this technology, and Indian manufacturers use this more and more, so that they become more competent and be nothing less than any other European company in terms of creating an additive manufacturing base here. So that's what we believe. And yes, export is also on the card. We have a good set of dealer partners internationally who do represent us. They continue to represent us in the additive also right now. So North America and Europe, to start with, are looking promising for us. And we believe in the next few years, we will have a good network of customers also to whom the solutions would be sold to, and we would have partnered with.
Doctor, one more thing. When it comes to mass customization, we see that immediately the area of specialization is dental, because you can't, leave away the prospect of copings and even arches and various options, because these are individually based, active manufacturing setup, because every anatomy is different, every teeth, the structure is different. So we are seeing a prospect for chair side, because this is also come with the research that now companies are also looking at desktop like machines, even in metal, like a chair side machine, because they don't they might want to suitably look at that as an option, which has a great potential. What do you think about that, in terms of the prospect, which I understand aerospace and various other sectors, there is a great offering, but I'm also seeing the dental side of it. Have you seen opportunity there? Do you think that coming up with a desktop machine would make more of a great value?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's huge potential in that in terms of making desktop machines, but the only challenge is the subsystems required to build a machine. There's still a huge plethora. I mean, there's still a huge vacuum of manufacturers. So we still are extensively dependent on the developed countries for any of the subsystems. So unless there's localization at the subsystem level, which can bring down the cost, we don't believe we can get into that area, because otherwise it just wouldn't make any economical sense to get into making smaller machines, very small machines, or rather desktop machines, because irrespective of the powers or the sizes, the components would still be the same. So the ratiometrically, the price cannot come down with respect to the size. So we believe there's still a small lag in terms of manufacturing getting to that way. But it's only a matter of time before we have local manufacturers, or more cost effective, or maybe, for all you know, with increase in volumes, the prices of some of these subsystems also may come down, with, allowing us to make these machines at a more cost effective rates, and then promote them, because we don't believe in making a product unless we can really make them cost effectively. We do see a lot of Chinese products entering into the country today. They've been brought in at I would say very, very competitive prices, probably because there's much better an ecosystem created in China, with local components and local subsystems being manufactured. So what we believe is that is what giving them that competitive edge, which is yet to happen in India. So, but it's a matter of time before which that also will happen.
And what is, as an indigenous company, what is the vision for India? If I can conclude that with the statement that you have in mind.
Well, India is a very fast growing country, and we are seeing that happening right now, as we've been identified as one of the fastest growing countries, and the next decade, or this decade, is definitely for India, and we see huge opportunity not only for additive, but in all ways of manufacturing, wherein people are eyeing additive as eyeing India as the next big nation. So we do believe that it's the opportunity is huge. There's a lot of investment coming in India, and manufacturing is getting its necessary importance, and it's in the limelight right now. And we need to make best use of this opportunity right now that we have. We need to attract more manufacturers to come into India to set up base, so we can support them. We, as in I speak for the whole Indian manufacturing fraternity, so if we have larger OEMs, be it electronics, be it automotive, or any other aerospace or other equipment manufacturers, they can come into India, and we as a country can support them. We have all the necessary ecosystem that is required for providing a good manufacturing base. So it's much more easier to manufacture in India compared to other Asian countries. So I believe it's only a matter of time. India is going to grow further and leap much higher, and additive is definitely going to grow more and more in the years to come, and it's going to be wonderful to see that happen and be a part of that journey.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vishwas, for your time, and also for sharing your insights, and also the work that you've been doing in this space, and also ensuring that this technology can gain a lot of traction in the country in various sectors that you have did mention. And so wishing you all the very best, Doctor, for your future setup in terms of progressing with this technology, and also the company Amace Solutions. Thank you so much for your time, Doctor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shibu. Appreciate it. Cheers.